Maharaja is a strategic area control game for 1 to 4 players. Players are priests who travel across India, visiting cities, building statues and shrines in order to gain prestige points and honor the Maharaja. Every year the Maharaja, the great king of India, will visit a different city, and players will receive prestige and rewards according to the buildings they built in that city. At the end of the 7th year, or when a player builds their 7th statue, the game ends. The player with the most prestige points wins the game. At the beginning of the game, place the Maharaja in the city indicated by the first city flag at the bottom of the board. Then move the flag in the last position of the track. This happens every round. The track represents the order in which the cities will be visited and scored. Each player starts with 15 coins, 3 prestige points, 8 shrines immediately available and others to be unlocked, 7 statues and a unique character with a special ability. All the priests start from the center of the board. During the preparation phase, all players will place 4 shrines on villages. The game is divided in rounds. In each round you will perform 2 actions. The game ends after the 7th round is played, or when a player builds their 7th statue. At the beginning of a round, use your wheel to secretly choose 2 actions to perform. There are 9 different actions illustrated on each action wheel. Decide which actions you want to perform, pointing at them with the arrows of the wheel. You can decide to point at the same action with both arrows if you plan to perform twice the same action. After you have planned your actions, place your wheel face down in front of you. Then in turn order, indicated by the number on the character tile, everybody performs their actions. There are 9 possible actions, most of them concern building. Remember that you can build statues or shrines in a city, only if your priest is in that city. Moving the priest is a free action, but the priest can only be moved through a village if at least 1 shrine was built. If you move your priest through a village where you have built a shrine, you move it for free. If you move your priest where you don't have built a shrine, you must pay 1 coin to each player who built the shrine in that village. Here are the 9 possible actions. You can build a statue with a discount. Statues usually cost 12 coins if you build them where the Maharaja is, or 10 coins in every other city. There are several spaces for statues. Some of them give you bonuses, and the central space gives you more worship points for the city scoring. You can build a shrine with a discount. Shrines usually cost only 1 coin. They can be built anywhere on villages or in a city where your priest is. Any number of shrines can be built in the external part of the cities. You can build 2 shrines with no discount, following the general building rules. At least 1 shrine has to be built in a city. You can build a statue and a shrine with no discount, following the general building rules. You can take 3 coins. You can take 2 shrines from your supply and make them available. You can pay 3 coins for 2 prestige points. You can change your character. Put your character tile back into the general supply. Take another character tile from the supply or from another player. If you take it from another player, that player immediately takes a new character tile from the supply. Before putting back your character, you can still use its special ability. Finally, you can change the Maharaja track, moving a city flag exactly 3 spaces to the left. In this way, you will change the order in which the cities will be scored. When you find this symbol, you can get an extra action token that lets you perform a bonus action during one of your future turns. After all the players played their actions, the scoring takes place in the city where the Maharaja is. You must calculate each player's total amount of worship points in that city. The statue in the central space is worth 3 worship points. Statues in the external spaces are worth 2 worship points. A shrine in the city is worth 1 worship point. A priest inside the city is worth 1 worship point. The players with the most worship points will get rewards in money according to the table on the board. Following the same order, each player will also choose 1 available reward tile. A new round begins. The game could end in 2 different conditions. At the end of the 7th round, or at the end of the round when a player builds their 7th statue. During the final scoring, players receive prestige points. 3 prestige points for each statue built. 1 prestige point every 5 coins left. For each city there is a final influence scoring based on worship points, exactly as if it was a city scoring. The first player gets 2 prestige points. The player with the most prestige points is the winner. There are several scoring tiles that you can add to your game for maximum variability. You are now ready to play Maharaja.